Singapore National Development Minister Wong has paid an emotional tribute in Parliament to those battling COVID-19. He says the city-state is at a critical phase in the fight against the coronavirus. New cases are likely to go up as more Singaporeans return home from overseas. Already, more than 38,000 people are serving mandatory stay-home notices. Gwyneth Teo with that story.
The first wave of imported cases came from China, but now Singapore is facing a second, bigger wave of imported cases. Mr. Wong said around 1,200 people have been returning every day from just the United Kingdom and United States alone.
There are more than 200,000 Singaporeans overseas. With more lockdowns imposed in countries elsewhere, more may want to return here to Singapore, and we should welcome them. But we have to be prepared for more returnees and have arrangements to ensure that they are self-isolated for the full period before they can be brought back within our community.
This comes as more stringent measures preventing large crowds from gathering in public venues kick in from Friday until the end of next month. Mr. Wong urged all to heed them.
We are now at a critical phase in our fight against the virus. The latest measures may help to slow down the spread of the virus. But it's also possible that despite these measures, the number of infected cases will continue to rise. If so, we will need more drastic measures, and that would include suspending of schools and closure of some workplaces, aside from those providing essential services.
On Malaysia's border restrictions, Mr. Wong said talks are underway to safeguard the movement of people, goods and essential services between Singapore and Malaysia.
If and when the movement control order in Malaysia is lifted, we cannot go back to business as usual and have large groups of people moving across our land checkpoints on a daily basis. And that would be too dangerous from a public health point of view. So we will need extra precautions on both sides.
Fighting back tears, he also thanked those on the front line, including healthcare workers, service providers, volunteers and public officials.
Words are not sufficient to express our appreciation for Mr. Speaker, words are not sufficient to express our appreciation for all of those who are Please give me a minute. Let me just rephrase that, repeat what I said just now. Words are not sufficient to express our appreciation for so many Singaporeans going all out to fight the virus. And I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who's doing their part.
The minister also acknowledged that many Singaporeans are anxious and afraid, but he's confident that Singaporeans will rise to the challenge together, saying this could last for months and even beyond this year.
The Singapore government is set to unveil additional support for workers, businesses and households in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. A ministerial statement will be delivered by the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Finance tomorrow at 3:30 in the afternoon. Full live coverage here on CNA and on radio on CNA 938.